And on the seventh day, Yah ended his work which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Yah blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Yah created and made. Yeah. Faith, love, mercy, bring deliverance. With your word, God, you put us in remembrance. All you want is our love and our obedience. Free from the rudiments, you highlighted your sentiments. Please follow his laws, but they ain't grievous. His light is free enough from the darkness of this wickedness. In this world, we can't rest unless he will with us. Yes, you are blessed, that's why he favors us. Seem like I can't get away, so my face is shamed. Hey, fall down to my face, and get up again. Hey, it's pain up in my heart, I pray it go away. Gotta read the word, cause it heal the pain. Learn to deny yourself, of a fleshly gain. A gift destroy the heart, then you in disarray. Who can trust the heart? Do what the scriptures say. Everything is vain. We gotta praise his name. Pray the Holy Spirit come in and take me over. Give me the faith of Abraham and his father Noah. Before Abraham he was, and I'm like Casanova. No Machiavelli, 7-day theory, 6 is almost over. Life is full of ups and downs like a roller coaster. Be careful cause no vipers, demons, and no eagles lurking. Giant drop to the pit, yeah, you can see it smoking. 6 red flags in this system that they keep promoting. Yeah, they perform the weapons, but can't stop the chosen. Yeah, we at the end, but eternal life is coming. Death can't run and hide, nah, you gotta face this judgment. The angels ready to ride, no, you can't face this army. He put his grace upon me, I got the blood to watch me. Wisdom covering my steps, so ain't no snakes around me. They came from the cliffs, and we came from the mountain. Yeah, that holy God, an everlasting fountain. Faith, love, mercy, bring deliverance. With your word, God, you put us in remembrance. All you want is our love and our obedience. When the root of it, you highlight in your sentiment. Each follow his laws ain't grievous. His light is free and that's from the darkness of this wicked man. And it's where we can't rest unless he dwell with us. Is where we bless, cause the most high favor us. I wanna be made over like Ike, Tina Turner. Cut the heads off of the slave master like that Turner. Pick up and open your book and become a page master. Yes, the most high dwell with us. Yes, the most high dwell with us. This ain't all money down the drive, no. That is how I saw. Can I bless your honor and obey your honor? Just trust it. Yes, the most high dwell with us. 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 Rose from the feet, round up from the feet. Been that down, but I rose from my feet. Putting the seed in the ground, catch the seed. Put the colors roll on the concrete. What other city can you have to see? Me and me. Don't gas me. Thanks again, Lord, 7-11, all your time. Just look. And just open the look, yeah, I will shout the look, just look how long it took. Tasted the water from the brook, sort of like my beat shook. When I thank the presence of the Lord, he seasoned me, it's how to cook. He's swimming back like a thief and a crook. Yeah, you better be prepared. Nigga, I was trying to turn on the enemy, beware. All the chosen ones is keep the faith. Mercy on my square, not a take up on the sisters, but he said he'll take you there. Love, mercy, bring deliverance. With your word, God, you put us in remembrance. All you want is our love and our obedience. From the root of it, you highlight in your sentiments. Please follow his laws ain't grievous. His light is freeing us from the darkness of this wickedness. In his world we can't rest unless he dwell with us. His world we bless, cause the most high favors us. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection, and sins the second death blood and power. But they shall be preached of Yahweh, and of Mashiach, and shall reign with
Shalom, shalom. Hold on. Shalom, shalom. We about to get started, man, on this Passover, man. I'm about to send y'all the link. Hold on. Shalakia. Whoever want to jump up, you can jump up, man. It's gonna be a quick Passover, you know what I'm saying? Cooking the lamb right now. Getting prepared. There go the link right there. I'm playing another song. Hold on, Shalakia. Pressures like the finest gold. Put the shovel to your mind, let your mind explode. Minus the selling of your soul, don't walk the finest road. You gotta be a light to this world, let your shine expose. Illuminate, don't be bitter like human taste. Water and fire baptized like a humid state. Substance of things hoped for, evidence not seen. This the first rule of faith. Can you dig it? The road is narrow, but can you live it? Commandment mixed with laws and statutes to govern your life. Oh, I'm sorry, you should have read the manual script. Back on the scene, elo to the heat. Like Michael Jackson, I can make the crowd scream. This'll be the best scenario we ever seen. Picture heaven with rows of gold and bling bling. So precious, a sight to see. Your mind amazing. Try to the fire relief. Gold coming out the fire, so precious. Break to my mansion, I'm spiritually invested. Elevated, kingdom mind stated. Back to the garden, this time we ain't naked. No, I ain't talking fallacy in the spirit of Maccabee. Shine your light like menorahs, come back to the olive tree. Watch out for a Pharisee, heresy coming certainly. I feel the spirit urging me, purging me to live purposefully. Go perfectly in the new covenant abundantly. So wonderfully, orchestrated like a symphony. No bumblebee, we from the land of milk and honey. Children of Isaac, but no, it ain't funny. I do this music in love, not to make money. And to wake up the lost sheep, cause the shepherd coming. So precious. Oh, what a sight to see. You're more than amazing.
Your mother amazing. Try to find to find relief. Oh, oh, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise to you. How about Shimon Shah by Shimon Kwakadash? We about to get started on this Passover, man. We about to go to Exodus 11. We're gonna start at the top. Oh, I want to give all praise to you. How about Shimon Shah by Shimon Kwakadash? And to all the saints who's laboring for this word and its truth. We're about to get started.
Okay, time. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. Now, if I'm muted, don't trip because I gotta check the lamb and everything. So, but we're gonna proceed in the scriptures. Okay, this is a heads up for y'all. Okay, so let's get it. Let's read it again. Okay, it says, Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And Yahweh gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith Yahweh, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn of the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maid servants that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of the beast. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it nor anymore. So this is, for those who know the story, this is the Most High. He's about to, use Moses to deliver the children of Israel out of the Egypt, okay, out of Egypt, okay, this oppressive Pharaoh. And heads up, this Pharaoh name is not Ramses. This was in the city of Ramses. But anyways, this Pharaoh was oppressing. He made the children of Israel serve in rigor, okay. He made them angry, okay, by first of all, he oppressed the people, killed the firstborn of the children, all types of treacherous things that's still going on today, right? But Moses, this is the final plague. Moses is getting ready to deliver the children of Yasha'Allah out of Egypt. So this is the Most High giving Moses instructions, basically, right? Hold on, gotta sip this water. Slovakia. You know, so this is the Passover. This is the um the feast of unleavened bread that we keep in remembrance of what Moses did, and also Yahweh Shai is our ultimate Passover. Okay, but I'm gonna keep reading. It says, um, and Moses said, "Thus saith Yahweh." About midnight will I go into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh that sitteth upon the throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservants that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of the beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it anymore. Now, notice when the Most High when the Most High is ready to basically destroy a city, or especially in the Old Testament, to get rid of your enemies or destroy a city. Notice, I would put it like this: this is not the first time that before the Most High got ready to destroy the people um, of a wicked city or whatever, or a wicked pharaoh, or somebody just wicked in general. Let me not say wicked pharaoh. I got to keep the context. This is not the first time the Most High done this or commanded this. Okay, and what I'm saying is, well, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that because I'm jumping ahead. But we're gonna keep reading everything. But just keep this in mind. The thing that Moses is about to be commanded to do, as far as like the Passover, taking the unleavened bread and all things, the Most High had done this before. Okay, in the early parts of Genesis. Okay, but I'm gonna read that once I get there. I believe is in chapter 12. But I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or woman, that ye may know how Yahweh do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel, and all these." thy servants shall come down unto me and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. Okay, I got 7 minutes. Let's get it. Um, Exodus 12, it says, And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, and lamb for an house. And if the house be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of the Israel shall kill it in the evening, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts up on the upper door posts of the house, wherein they shall eat it, and they shall eat the flesh in the night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat. Now, I'm about to get this precept in Genesis 19. Notice it says you're going to eat the unleavened bread, so on and so forth, right, with the lamb. Now, I'm making the point to go here because of the unleavened bread part, just to show y'all, when the Most High is ready to destroy some shit, he's going to command the people that he's going to rescue, he's going to command them to do specific things. Now, when I go to Genesis 19, right, notice he commanded Lot to do the same thing. I'm going to read it. Genesis 19. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get straight to the point. Okay. I'm gonna get straight to the point. 19. Let's go. Okay, Genesis 19. I'm gonna start with 1. It says, And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground, and he said, Behold, now my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go your ways. And they said, No, or nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house, and he made them a feast and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. You see? So anybody who knows the story of Genesis 19, Lot, Sodom, he was in Sodom and Gomorrah. The Most High is ready to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So, before, the Most High, of course, the backstory, the Lord pleaded with Abraham. He said, if anybody's in the city, 10 souls. And then I think he went from like 50 or 100 to like 10, then to one, or to a couple, Lot and his family, right? I'm just roughly paraphrasing. Y'all know the story. But the long story, to make a long story short, he sent the angels in there, right? You see who they might save. And Lot, he offered the angels to come to the house because they was about to dwell in the streets. He offered them to come to the house. He made them a feast and some unleavened bread. Don't it sound similar to what we're reading in Exodus? So let's go back to Exodus, okay? Let's go back to Exodus 12. I'm going to keep reading. Land without blemish, take off strike. Okay, Con. Verse 8, it says, And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Okay, eat not of it raw nor sodden at all with water. Roast, but at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs and with pertinence thereof, with the pertinence thereof, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire, and thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. So, hey, Tahar was right in back in 2014 when he says the Passover is not a lamb's dinner. Okay, it says you're supposed to eat it with haste because the Most High was getting ready to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt at this time. You guys hold on. Hey, if you KK, if you in the comment, put some precepts up, man. Slakia Israel, y'all gotta bear with me. I'm cooking and doing a lesson at the same time, man. But y'all get the point though. You see what I'm saying? Um, we're gonna keep reading. As a matter of fact, nope, I'm gonna read that again. It says, "And thus shall eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh." Put it on one more time on the timer. Hold a Shalakia. Let's get 15 minutes. Let's go. I am Yahweh. Okay. It says, "And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt." So the Most High, He gave the order to Moses and children to tell the children of Israel to do this, right? Because, and this is for an example that this is an example that the Most High loved us. He loved us so much that He saved us and freed us from our oppressors. You know, at that time and at this time too, He's going to do the same thing with these modern day Egyptians and Romans. You know, spiritually, which is Babylon, which is the Vatican. You know, not America. America is the dog on a leash. But but He's going to do the same thing. You know, the Most High always going to rescue His bride. He's going to send His prophet to rescue His bride, Shalakia, all the time. You see, I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh throughout your generations. Throughout your generations, ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your house. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the seventh day, the soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day I have brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generation by an ordinance for ever. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 1 and 20th day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Now, understand, we keep in this day in a remembrance, right? But really, Yahushua is our Passover. But guess what? You still have to rehearse the righteous acts, okay? Because you have this over righteous mindset in Israel, and then you have this overtly wicked mindset where you have people, try to beat the laws into you. Then you have on the other side, you have brothers that saying, "Well, you can't keep the Passover because Yahushua is our Passover," and yada yada yada. Or they'll try to like guilt trip you, like because let's say if you're a brother that just want to, keep the Passover just to keep it. Well, you have people, that's overbearing and say, "Well, your house is the Passover, so don't stress yourself out." But if it's no strain to you, then keep the Passover. You want to keep the Sabbath. Rehearse the righteous act. Don't be overtly righteous, but don't be overtly wicked either. It's a balance, Israel. If you can afford to keep the Passover, keep the Passover. Now, understand, you can't do like the whole 7 days. Now, what you can do is not eat leaven, right? And but the work, if you have to work, go to work. Don't stress yourself out. Don't strain at a net and swallow a camel. We know we in our captivity, but you have either Israel that want to be overtly righteous or just don't want to do the law at all. and they want to stop you from enjoying the Passover and keeping it in remembrance and everything, you know. But this is a freedom in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Okay, verse 21 says, Then Moses called for the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover, and ye shall take a bunch of hyssop, which is a bitter herb, and dip it in the blood. Well, no, hyssop is not a bitter. Hold on, Salaki. Let me not just say that. Hold on. I believe hyssop is a bitter, but hold on. Let me just, I don't like to just say things. I like to be right, or I like the scriptures to be right. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's a bitter though. It's a plant. Yep, medical plant. Yep, yep, for religious purpose. So I was right. So Slakia, hyssop, and dip it in the blood and in the basin, and strike the entail and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Right. So yeah, hold on, Shalakia. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading. It says, well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep reading, but I want to say this at first. For all you Christians, okay, let's go to the New Testament. I have to say this because the Passover has nothing to do with Easter, okay, at all. But let's go to Acts 12 and 4, okay, just to clear this up. And you guys, whoever have the blue letter, you can follow along. Acts 12 and 4, I have to make this clear, okay, because Passover has nothing to do with Easter. But because, mistranslations and everything, people make a mountain out of a molehill, Christians and Israelites, right? So because they see the word Easter, and now the whole entire Bible is corrupted. So here's for all you paranoid people and you Christians, right? There's no slight, there's no I'm not trying to go on you guys, but I have to clear this up. Acts 12 and 13 and 3. It says, and because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter. Then were the days of unleavened bread, which was the Passover, right? And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quarter nations of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Now, really, depends on how you read it. It's not really a typo because it mentions the days of unleavened bread. But I believe what the scholars was doing, the reason why they put Easter at the fourth verse, and I just caught this. If you really read verse 4, which I'm gonna read it again, but you guys got to catch this, and that's all the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai says. And when he had apprehended, he put him in prison and delivered him to four or quarter nations of soldiers. So he's in prison, right? The soldiers to keep him, right? He delivered him to the prison, right? Intending after Easter. Now, I don't think the scholars were telling you to worship Easter for all you Christians and you unlearned Israelites. I believe they put Easter there because that was the feast that they were keeping, the heathens, because the Greeks kept Easter. So, and they keep it around the same time as the Passover, just like today. So I don't think the scholars who wrote the New Testament was saying this was Easter. I think it was just speaking at the time, what was going on and everything, because it says attending after Easter. Okay, to bring him forth to the people, because in the third verse it says they acknowledged they were in the days of the unleavened bread. So why would he put Easter at the fourth verse? Well, because that's what the heathens kept. Okay, and even if you go to the word Easter itself, which I'm about to do, um, the word Easter, it's Passover. Okay, that's all it is. Around the same time. But the heathens keep Easter just like today. My parents, they did a heathen custom, or my mother did the heathen custom. I go to church for Easter. So what am I saying? We keep this in remembrance of Yahweh Shai. He's the ultimate sacrifice. He is the lamb. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nobody strain you. Don't let nobody come and convince you or try to force you to keep it or convince you not to keep it. Either way you go, we're doing this in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Okay. Like I said, a lot of Israelites strain out of that and swallow a camel. But let's go. I'm gonna finish it out with I'm gonna keep reading. Go back to verse chapter 12 in Exodus, and I'm gonna read to verse 32. Yeah, I'm gonna read to verse 32. It says, "For Yahweh will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the intel and on the two side posts, Yahweh will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your house to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which Yahweh will give you, according to as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of Yahweh's Passover. Now, who's the real ultimate sacrifice? Yahweh Shai. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Okay. But before I get that, hold on. All right, kind of. So I'm about to close it out, but I'm finished reading Exodus. Well, no. I want to get that precept of Yahweh Shai being the land. First Corinthians 5 and 7. This is First Corinthians 5 and 7. It says, "Purge out therefore the old leaven, that he may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For Christ, Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us." So in the Old Testament, it was a lamb, but that was double fold because that represents Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, right? Christ is our Passover, so you got to get rid of the unleavened, right? Or Slakia, the leaven. You have to get rid of the leaven, okay? Meaning the false doctrine, the false wines, the false teaching, the false ideology, even in the truth. So let me go back to Exodus and close it out. Exodus 12, and we're gonna start at 20. We're gonna keep reading from well, hold on, where was that? 24. 24. It says, "And ye shall observe these things for an ordinance to thee, to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which Yahweh will give you, according to as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say to you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover." We just read that Christ is is that sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? He is your Passover. Okay. It was symbolism in the Old Testament. Now it's revealed in the New. Okay. Who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed the head and worshiped, and the children of Israel went away and did as Yahweh had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight Yahweh smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, and he and his all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, Rise up and get you forth from among the people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds and your herbs as ye have said, and be gone. Okay, and bless me also. So that was Exodus 11, chapter 11, and chapter 12. I read from on chapter 12. I read all the chapter 11. I read chapter 12 from 1 to 32. So yeah, man. You guys keep this feast, in the remembrance of Hamashiach, what he did for you. Uh, how he uh, how he hung blood and died for your sins. Okay, don't keep it in the pagan sense. Keep it in remembrance. Okay, if you can. But the Most High understands you, and He understands your intentions. Okay, a lot of people have ill intentions, even if they do keep the Passover. Okay, but you guys stay blessed. You guys stay in the truth, and you guys stay pushing the word of God of Yahweh Bashim Shai, new covenant, 144, men, women, and children in the new covenant. We ain't talking about no leavened bread, meaning these camps, these false doctrine, the false Christian church. Nah, we eating this Passover with unleavened bread, okay, and the lamb with unleavened bread, you know, physically and spiritually. But Yasha Allah, it's my time. I gotta go. And I want to give all praise to y'all, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakadash. Y'all stay blessed. Shalom.